What's up, everybody? Jonathan back here today on the interior. I said we'd get back to playing this some, and here we are again. Was off last week for the most part. Well, did get managed to get the Monday's video up, but I had to go out of town. So, well, I guess y'all heard that in the last video. I keep forgetting today's actually Wednesday for me, even though it's Monday. Anyway. So we're here in this new Ford F450 that I think I showed off in one of the previous videos, maybe it's a couple videos ago. Anyway, it's a nice truck. It's got a lot of cool stuff on it, so I thought I'd hop in this and see what all is back here at the shop. I had forgotten that these the stump grinder and the wood chipper are still back here. We'll have to come get that. But anyway, let's drive up to the job site and we'll kind of take a look as we go and see what needs to be done. Yeah, this thing's got a lot of lights on it. It's pretty cool. Goes awfully fast too. Thing stops on a dime. Alright, so we're headed up the road we've been at for quite a while. I'm just looking to see if there's anything we needed. I think I probably need to take out a couple of those trees right there. I'll come down there and do that. Or just grab a chainsaw, I guess, and take them out. Because it sure does help to open up this road, not only for making the turns, but for being able to see. Yeah, that's right. So Monday's video was another Dodson logging time lapse that I did, so I didn't get to talk much. Yeah, I went down to South Louisiana. My company got a contract with one of the offices down there, and we went and put in our software, got all that fixed up. So I was down there for most of the week and didn't get a chance to record anything. Alright, so we've got a log truck here that's mostly loaded, and I was looking earlier at this, and the problem I'm going to have is that the straps are way back there, and I think I've only got I think those are 5 meters that are laying there, so those aren't quite long enough. We can look and see. The other thing I did was I forgot to plug my left joystick back in. I've got only so many ports on my computer for plugging in USB stuff, and I had them all used up, so I had to unplug something because I needed to plug something else in. Yeah, see, I mean, that would probably ride, but when I throw that strap on there, see, the strap's way up there, and there's not another one in here. There needs to be another one in the middle. I may have to go with a different trailer, actually. So I'll tell you what, since we don't have any more of the longer logs that we can use, I'm going to go ahead and strap this down. And let's go ahead and get this truck down to the sawmill. Even though we don't have a full trailer, we can still go ahead and take what we got. And it's about to get dark on us, so whenever it does finally get pretty dark, I'm going to go ahead and speed time up, because I just don't like working in the dark much. I can't remember which trailer this is. I think it's one of the FDR trailers. I just don't remember if it's one of the newest ones or if it was one of the older ones. But it seems like there needs to be more straps. maybe I'll have to go with a different trailer. So I like to keep using the shorts. I think that's a good, it's just kind of fun, you know, do something a little different. See, I need to take a couple of trees out right there so I can see better, and then there's a couple of trees right there that need to go. Can't see what I'm doing. I don't particularly like driving with the inside view because then I can't see my load, how it's going. So I like driving with the outside view, plus you can see everything a lot better. Okay, now we're going to try something a little different, getting these logs delivered this time. I normally pull in from this side, but I'm going to go on down to the other end. Well, I guess I could have gone in up there. Oh well. We'll go on down here. This is probably a little easier turn anyway, because I would have had to make a real sharp left once I got in the other side down there. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I don't have a, why don't I have anything to unload this thing with? Well, I thought I had a front end loader or something. Went to get something. Let's see here. We'll go with the JCB front end loader, I guess. And we'll go, yeah, front twin wheels. Rim color's fine. Now we're gonna need something to offload the logs. I guess this log fork is gonna have to do. Well, maybe I can find something that's a little better. I don't particularly care for that. Oh, come on. Oh. This will help to get it off the ground. Yeah, and the other thing I don't like about using the wheel loaders is I'm using a program called Joy2Key, which maps out joysticks and keyboards and all kind of other things. You can do all kinds of things with it. But the only issue is I haven't figured out yet why that whenever I'm clicking, I got my game controller, little Logitech game controller, and whenever I'm, like for right here, I'll demonstrate. I'm clicking my left bumper, which, you know, does nothing until you actually move the right stick. See, so if I try to move my front end attacher up, it moves the camera. So I'm gonna have to figure out if I can get around that. And I haven't had time to sit down and play with it. I'm sure there's a way I can figure out how to not make it move the camera, but see, the camera is the mouse, and so whenever I try to map something to that mouse option, it always tries to move the camera. Alright, so we need to get the load unlocked. Alright, there we go. Now I've got to remember what in the world. There we go. I haven't used this thing in so long. I'm so used to using my my grapple loader. Yeah, this camera's gonna drive me crazy. Probably you guys too. tell you what, let me try something real quick. Well, I thought that would have fixed it, but it's still trying to move the camera on me. I've got a profile on my Joy to Key settings where it's just the standard game stuff, but I guess something's still not quite right. Oh well, I'll get a grapple loader over here at some point. We'll have to get us some more money. That's what I'm trying to do right now, is to not bleed us dry. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Okay, I can't stand this camera. Alright, I'm gonna have to make a change. I should have done that to begin with. Alright everybody, well, let's see, we don't have too many hours on this thing. Let's go ahead and sell it. I can't handle it. Let's see, garage. I'll tell you, we don't need that anymore either. And let's see, what else can we get rid of? The stump grinder, we don't need that. We don't need that. And we'll keep the tractor just in case we need it for something. So let's see, that gets us to $973,000. Let's get us another grapple loader so we can quicker offload trucks. I tell you what, let's try this dangle loader. I don't think I've tried this yet. We'll have that set up down here at the sawmill. We can use that. I bet that'll work pretty good. It's only 72,000 anyway. Okay, let's try that. Alright, turns kind of quick. Yeah, I bet this will work pretty good. The only thing I'm a little bit scared about is the dangle. But the big crane loader that I've used, it's also a dangle, so I should be able to get used to it pretty easy. And FDR, if you're watching, why don't you put rear lights on your machines? It's crazy. When it's completely dark, you kind of need to see what's behind you. Anyway. Yeah, I just really don't like using this in-game crane thing. In fact, you may notice that the crane is moved a little further back than it normally should be. For this map, I took the map into Giants Editor and moved this crane just a little bit because I had it too close up to the cell point. And you couldn't you couldn't swing the logs over there, so there's no point in having it that you know, that close to these rusty, whatever they are, stands or whatever you want to call them. Okay. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I wonder if I try to turn to the right, is it going to go down? No. Okay. Now the big question is, can I swing this over and drop them in there? Alright, I can. That's good. So now, let's see if we can get these support feet down. I just wanted to make sure. Usually it's X or V. Well, what is the support feet? Alright, that's the cab. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's mapped a little different. Normally, with these things, it's X is the support feet, I believe. But this one is the keypad, numpad 9 and 6 operates the support feet. So I'll have to map that to something else, or just remember that that's where it's at. That's probably what I'll do. Oh yeah, this is a lot faster. All right. So we made a good choice here, especially it's only 72,000. I guess we'll just say it's used. Okay, so this is the rock trailer. For instance, this is the new FDR log trailer. So, you know, another complaint is need to put more straps on this thing. Alright, let's see if we can get out of here. I don't like this exit. It's too tight. And once we get to the top of the mountain, I'm going to go ahead and speed up time because it's just about to get dark on us. And where am I going? Okay, I'm going right. Yep, we'll get to the top and get parked. We'll speed up time so we can get back to daylight and see what we're doing. So, has anybody played that? I think it's the KST map. I'm hearing a lot of stuff about that map. I watched a couple of videos. It looks pretty cool. I've got it downloaded, but I haven't tried it out yet. So has anybody played that KST map? Let me know in the comments what you think about it. And if you'd like to see me do a series on it, I'm definitely going to check it out, but I just haven't had time to sit down and play with it yet. I got it downloaded, I think it was Saturday. I think it was Saturday I downloaded it. And then I watched a couple of YouTube videos by Rubberside Down. He had a little series started on the KST, a little multiplayer going on. And I basically just saw, you know, some equipment loaded on the ferries, and they ferried across the lake or whatever it is. I guess it's a lake. And there's a little island over there with looks like tons of trees. So it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I just haven't had time to sit down and play with it yet. Alright, so we're starting to get quite a bit of, looks like little wood pieces and treetops and whatnot around here. So I'm going to try to get back down there with the low loader and see if we can't get us the, probably the stump grinder and the wood chipper up here. I'm going to get this tractor out of the way. Let's see. Now there it is. All right. I'll tell you what, too. Let's speed up time real quick while we're going to get that stuff. And you're probably noticing, if you're a careful observer, that this is not the latest FDR semi truck. I don't particularly care for the new version 12, I guess it is, semi truck. It's the black one, the one that's got the name. I don't know what it's called, but in my opinion, this blue one's better than that black one. I just don't know why. I guess just because it maybe seems to have better ground clearance and better suspension, I guess. I'm not sure. I was playing around with the black truck on a different map not too long ago, and it just seemed like I couldn't do much with it. This truck will basically go through anything, and that black one seemed to got hung up on, I think it was some mud or something I was trying to go through. You can see how dark it gets on this map too. It's another reason I didn't want to log at night. There's another map that I was playing on. I can't remember which one it was, and gosh, it got extremely dark on that map. It's like darker than this even. This is pretty dark. I want to say maybe it was the Timberlands map, possibly. I can't remember. But this one's dark enough. I mean, I don't want it to go any darker. Yeah, so what y'all think about the Dodson logging map? We're really starting to get that wood chip storage area filled up. It won't be long that I'll be making a video where we're starting to sell them. I wonder if this thing will ride partly up there like that or something. We'll see. We'll give it a try. Now the fun part begins. We're actually going to make it up the mountain. We've got the trailer extended, so I don't know. I think it's gonna be tough. 'Cause some of those curves are sharp, and of course, the terrain is pretty steep in some spots, so we may high center. Oh, if we even make it. What's going on here? I'm not sure what's up with that. It could be this tractor back there on the rear part, or we're too close on the front attacher with that. Tell you what, before we get going here and tump everything over, I'm gonna lift that up. Yeah, see, that's what it was. It was that causing problems. Alright, now come on. Alright, maybe that'll work now. And we'll be moving to a different spot here on this map. Ever since I've started this map, we've been at this spot, so I'm going to probably be moving here before too much longer, just to get a change of scenery. Alright, and we're just about to back to daylight, so I'm going to go ahead and slow that back down. It's almost 6:30 a.m. on the map now. Yeah, see, this truck has absolutely no problems hauling just about anything. And it's gonna charge right up this hill like it's nothing. This truck's way overpowered. Alright, so we got us a stump grinder now and a wood chipper. Now I think last time I was debating whether I wanted to keep using the Buffalo and the Scorpion. I think what I'd really like to do is get a fellow buncher up here. But you know what? For right now, also we're going to get us a different trailer because I cut 5s. For some reason, I was cutting 5 meters. And see, the problem's going to be there's a strap at the very front, but there's not one here, which you expect there to be one there. And there's another one there, which I don't think that's going to get all the logs. I think those 5s are going to fall right in the middle of those things. So, I have to think about that for a minute. Let me get this wood chipper going. We got to get some of this stuff cleaned up over here. Whoops. Whoop. I always do that. Hit the P button instead of the O button. Alright, now we're in business. So I'm just going to kind of drive around and pick up a few of these things that got left behind. Yeah, I'm really liking this wood chipper. The only thing I didn't care for was when I was trying to think outside the box on Dodson logging, and I was going to use 2 of these, which I am, but I was planning on putting them on a trailer and hauling them over to the wood chip storage area and then offloading them directly on the ground. That didn't quite work out. One of them did empty, and one of them partly emptied, but for some reason it just didn't want to go where I wanted it to go. So we're still having to truck them all over there to the sawmill, which I guess isn't too bad, because if I've got 2 of these wood chippers filling up a trailer, it won't take long to get a trailer filled, and by the time you get back from the sawmill, usually another trailer is ready to go. So you probably saw that in the time lapse I did it. It's a really fairly efficient method. I'd much rather be able to fill up those 2 wood chippers and then truck them over than just have them dump in there. But anyway, we're getting it filled up. Alright, let's see here. What do we need to do? I'll tell you what I am going to try. And I wonder if I even have them. Yeah, I guess I don't. Well, we'll have to get that for next time. So I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's get us a feather buncher. I don't think I have one. Let me look and just make sure. I think all we got is the Ponzi Scorpion. Yeah, grapple loader, that other loader, processor. So we don't have a feather buncher. And yeah, let's go with that one. So last trip back down and back up the mountain. Well, for now anyway. We'll get our fellow buncher going. Should speed things up a little bit, because I'd like to, I think, try using the fellow buncher and then the cable skidder to get them up to the landing, the trees up to the landing. Then we'll use the processor there at the landing. All right, that didn't go quite as I had planned. This really is a nice map. I mean, I've really enjoyed playing on it. It's just a few little things I wish had been done differently. I think we'll manage. Those logs there at the sawmill, that's awesome. I don't know where you got those things at, but that's really cool. I like how he's got the little excavators out there in front of the shop. That's neat. Whoa. Guess I caught that fence a little. Yeah, in case you didn't see Monday's video, but you're watching this one, at Dodson Logging, you know, we're trying to fill up that big wood chip storage area, and we are now over 17 million liters of wood chips in that storage area, and we're just over halfway. So I would imagine that we're going to get close to probably 30. I'm guessing 30 is about my number. That's probably where I'm going to be at. I think is about 30 million. Maybe a little more than that, because I think we're over halfway. So we're probably going to be well, like I say, I'm still thinking 30 million. Could be a little lower than that, because I'm not exactly let's see, how do I put this? If you've been watching the videos, you know that the wood chips go right through those walls, even though the walls have collisions. And so actually what controls the wood chips. In Giant's Editor, you can actually paint on a layer called the tip collision layer, and it basically tells on the map where you can and can't dump stuff. And so I tried to get it as close as possible, but see, when I made the map, I didn't make the sawmill exactly east-west and north-south, so it's kind of at an angle, so it's kind of hard to get it real close. I wish maybe I had, well, of course I really couldn't because of the way the sawmill is laid out in real life, but maybe I could have turned it just a little bit more to get it more straight. But anyway, so I tried to paint on the tip collision as close to the wall as possible, but some of the wood chips spilled through onto the other side of the wall. It's not really much I can do about it. So I'm making the wood chips go up to the wall, and I'm not trying to go too much taller than the wall, although in some places it is, but I'm just trying to make it at least to the top of the wall, and that way we'll call that good, because if it goes outside and completely covers the wall, yeah, it's not exactly realistic. But I mean, I'm just doing the best I can, I guess. But we've like I said, we're more than halfway, definitely more than halfway. So we're getting there for sure. Alright, let's get this fellow buncher in operation. And I'll have to think about the buffalo and the, I guess I can use the buffalo to go pick up the stuff that's already on the ground like that right there to my left. But as far as like actually cutting the trees, I don't think I want to use the scorpion anymore. I think I'd rather use this this fellow buncher. Because I like the idea of using the cable skidder to skid the logs up to the landing. Around here where I'm from, we don't have forwarders and bunchers. We just don't have the I guess you could say we don't have the market for that type of timber, because mostly what happens around here is we'll have tree length for poles, or we'll have some of the smaller stuff, just what they call chip and saw. They'll saw up 2x4s and 2x6s and things like that out of it, and then the rest of it just gets chipped up for wood chips to go into making particle board and stuff like that. Particle board is big around here. There's a plant not far from where I live that makes particle board. And then there's a plywood plant. Actually, Dodson Logging is based off of that plywood plant, and they'll take trees kind of like that. I think it has to be up to like maybe an 8-inch top, and then they'll, you know, cut them up to length. I guess I can't remember now. I see an awful lot of tree length around here, though. When I see trucks going down the road, it's usually tree length. And then, of course, a lot of the pulpwood and stuff, they'll haul all sorts of little small stuff to go to the paper plants and particle board plants. In fact, I think whenever I was working for that little timber company, I think we only hauled like just a couple loads of poles, because they have to be a certain diameter, certain height, and they can't have very many limbs or knots or anything like that on them. It's got to be real specific stuff. And those are for making like utility poles and things like that. Oops. I hate it when it does that. And now, of course, I can't see anything. And that one didn't go right either. Alright, well, we'll just back out of here and regroup and get our cable skidder down there and see if we can't get that mess untangled. And I think we need to kind of define us a little boundary here too. We're kind of getting to the point to where we've cut a lot of this and down the mountain, but yeah, I tell you what, that's what we'll do. Let's see. We've already kind of got us a little line started right in here. Let's go straight down the mountain, starting with this tree, and then we'll cut down to the road. Uh-oh. So I'll kind of start it off with that one, and whatever I can reach as I go straight down. Then whenever we get to the highway down there, that's where we'll stop. Make sure I'm right on that. Yeah, okay. Well, that's a pretty good long ways. Maybe we won't go quite that far. We'll kind of define us a little block and go from there. I was out too far on that one. I don't think this machine will tilt either. Dang, I keep missing those things. I guess it's the angle I'm at. Make sure that that's correct. Yeah, I don't think it tilts. I may grab that one with the chainsaw. I don't know if I want to mess with going back up there. Alright, yeah, I was just thinking about the subscriptions we've got, and it's like I got a couple more since the last time I looked, so that's good. We're getting close to halfway, 500, you know, we're getting there, so still trying to get to 1,000 so I get my videos monetized again. Crazy YouTube went and changed their policies and demonetized all the small channels. And also, while I'm thinking about it, if you want to support the channel, number one, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Help me get back to 1,000, or get to 1,000 so I can get my videos monetized again. And also, I have a PayPal.me account set up to where if you want to just do a one-time donation to help support the channel, you can certainly do that. And I can't grab that tree for nothing. Oh, there, I guess I did get it. Yeah, okay, there we go. And also, I have a Patreon page. So what I'm planning on doing with the Patreon page is using that sort of as a way to give back to everybody. And so once I reach 10 patrons on Patreon, I'm going to start doing monthly giveaways. And you know, if we drop below 10 patrons per month, I'll have to think about how I want to go forward with it. But anyway, once we reach 10, we'll start doing monthly giveaways. That'll be some pretty nice stuff. It'd be, dual joysticks, maybe copies of the games that we play, just anything really. Whatever I decide to do for that month, or maybe I'll just ask, what you'd like that month and get some options or something. But anyway, that's when we reach 10 Patreons. So if you're already a Patreon member, hang in there, because I'm hoping that we can, as we gain more subscribers, that more folks will support the channel over there, and we can start doing some cool stuff. And also, for those of you that maybe can't do the $5 a month on Patreon or whatever, once I reach 1,000 and my videos start getting monetized, I'll start getting some money in. I'm not planning on keeping in this money for myself to, fund a new vehicle or something like that. I'm gonna give back to you guys. Cause y'all are the reason I keep going, and I want to give back. Like a lot of these YouTube channels do giveaways and things like that, and that'd be cool. But all right, why is it not cutting? All right, well, I guess we're just gonna get shoved away. But anyway, a lot of these YouTube channels I've seen, maybe they don't give back, but like I said, you guys what makes the channel what it is, and you watch all the videos and have supported me for quite a while, some of you, so I'm gonna give back. All right, well, this tree is just not cooperating. Alright, come on, get off of me. Good grief. Alright, so we've just about got a little area defined. We cut a few trees along the road up here, but I'm going to go ahead and just cut right back to the road, and I'm gonna grab this tree right here. This will give us a big enough area to cut. In fact, maybe a while before we get all this cut, but all right. Why is that not cutting? Because my saw's off, that's why. Alright, we got that one, and let's get this one right in front of us next to these two, and then we'll be at the road, and we'll, and of course it's not gonna work. I don't know why this, I guess I'm just not cutting right or grabbing them at the right angle or something, I don't know. I thought I had my saw level, though it's just not wanting to grab them, because the trees are cutting and then they're going right straight off the stump onto the ground. That's why I can't grab them. And let's cut a few trees as we head back up the mountain, and we'll see if we can get the cable skidder down here and grab a few of these trees and see what we can do before we have to call it a video. I'm not really bunching these things, I'm just kind of laying them down here. We'll grab them with the skidder. Maybe I can bunch some of these. Alright, so let's cut these last couple of trees right in here, and then see if we can get the cable skidder down here and get a few drug up at least to the landing. Then maybe next time we can process them and see if we can get them out of here. And the other thing too is I'll have to get another trailer. I've got a different trailer that'll it's better for 5s. It's got a lot of straps on it too, so it's be good for the 5s. And there we go. I thought I was gonna get caught in a tree, but I think we made it. Alright, I'm going to leave my cutter down here too, because once we get these trees out of the way, I'm going to start going back that way and see if I can't get some of this stuff cleared out down here. Alright, now I gotta see kind of how I want to put these trees in here. I think what I want to do is actually drive them around to the back side. That way I can just, there's kind of an indention that'll kind of naturally let them sit in here. So I'll just drop them right there, that facing that way. Let's see if we can get all this cleared out. Just for fun, let's go down the mountain and grab some of those we cut last, and let's see how well this thing goes up this hill. I bet it does pretty good. This skidder is pretty powerful. We'll grab this big bunch right here. I think there's about 4 or 5 trees. There's 4 here. It'll be a decent little test. It shouldn't have any problem with just 4, but I'm sure we'll be able to try more later. Get a few more trees cut and get them bunched up good. Oh, it's straining a little, but it's gonna make it. Well, I say it is. The trees are kind of trying to slide off. We should make it. Alright, everybody. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we got for today. I did manage to get a few trees skidded up, and of course we'll continue on next time. We'll get a few more trees skidded up and get them processed, and I'm probably going to end up cutting a little bit longer ones because I've been thinking that with that other trailer I was talking about, it's actually a double trailer, and that'd be nightmare trying to get that up and down that twisty cutback mountain road there. So I think I'm gonna stick with this trailer for now, but I'm gonna start cutting probably 7s. I think that should probably catch all those straps in there. But anyway, we'll do that for next time, and I think I'm gonna go ahead I'll probably keep the Buffalo. I'm probably going to end up selling the Scorpion because I like to use the cable skidder and the fellow buncher and the processor. Just I like that kind of workflow. So because with the Scorpion we had to go around with the Buffalo and pick them up. I just don't. I'd rather just process them all in one place. So we'll end up doing that. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video for today. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll see you Friday. So until then, have a good one. Talk to you later.